As President Trump faces increasingly difficult challenges like North Korea's nuclear weapons program, he's encountering two major problems. Diplomats don't trust him, and he can't seem to stop himself from lashing out on Twitter. For more on this, it's time for a closer look. The international community is struggling to contain the rapidly escalating threats of North Korea's nuclear program. And one big obstacle they're facing is the fact that no one takes the President of the United States seriously. BuzzFeed reported today that Trump is something of a laughingstock among Europeans at international gatherings. One revealed that a small group of diplomats play a version of word bingo whenever the president speaks because they consider his vocabulary to be so limited. Everything is great, very, very great, amazing, the diplomat said. Of course, the only problem with Trump bingo is that the games never last very long. Look at this.
I was at the Coast Guard Academy this year, gave the commencement address, and it was an amazing, incredible group of people and a really great day.
Bingo. Bingo.
The fact that diplomats don't trust the president is obviously a problem, especially now when the world is in a standoff with North Korea. It's an extremely tense, delicate situation that requires calm diplomacy and sober deliberation. Unfortunately, we elected a human bullhorn with a corn syrup addiction. So yesterday, Bullhorn McSyrup responded to North Korea's latest threat by saying this.
North Korea best not make any more threats to the United States. They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen. He has been very threatening beyond a normal statement. And as I said, they will be met with fire, fury, and frankly, power, the likes of which this world has never seen before.
Why is he sitting like that with his arms crossed? He looks like he's pondering his order at Starbucks. Yeah, let me get the fire and fury. Extra whip. Also, hey man, when you respond to North Korea, you're not supposed to sound like North Korea. Obama didn't respond to Putin's hacking by riding shirtless on horseback, even though everyone would have loved that. Now, this morning, Trump seemed to double down on his remarks with a series of ominous tweets about the U.S. nuclear arsenal. And it wasn't just that the content was ominous, but the way he posted them, because first he tweeted, "My first order as president was to renovate and modernize our nuclear arsenal. It is now far stronger and more powerful than ever before, ... And then he left that up on its own for 7 minutes. Hey man, you can't put an ellipsis after a tweet about nuclear weapons. And look, he's probably doing it because he knows it's more dramatic this way, but for me, I'm just going to imagine that he's too exhausted to do 2 tweets in a row. ... Send. Oh, son of a bitch, that took it out of me. Oh, there's like a pinching in my ribs now. Oh, I need some water. Oh, man, I hit the wall at 130 characters there. Oh. Somebody send in Melania so I can steal her youth. So Trump is talking tough on North Korea. But if this week has shown anything, it's that we have a president who is temperamentally unfit to deal with a situation like this. In fact, his own advisors have complained about Trump's habit of making major announcements on Twitter without consulting his aides first. Like when he tweeted out of nowhere the appointment of his new FBI director, Christopher Wray, who was Chris Christie's attorney in the Bridgegate scandal. Politico reported that inside the administration, there was little initial support for Wray. After talking extensively with Christie, Trump decided to go with Wray without telling others on his staff. The most shocking thing about that story is the fact that Trump still talks to Chris Christie. And Christie doesn't even have his phone number. When he wants to get in touch with Donald Trump, he just closes down a beach. Now, Trump's new chief of staff, John Kelly, is apparently taking the lead in trying to control Trump's Twitter feed. And the first step, apparently, is understanding why Trump tweets the way he does. Politico talked to several Trump advisors, and this is how those advisors describe Trump's tweeting habits. The bursts often come, advisors say, when Trump is frustrated with his staff or news media coverage or just wants to buck everyone and do it his way. He also will marvel at how quickly his tweets appear on the television screen. The president's aides talk about him like he's a monkey who just saw a magic trick. And then the card was there, and then it wasn't there. But the lying media won't tell you that. They'll tell you the card was never there. But I saw the card. They'll say Russia took the card. But we all know it was China. And yet, while most of Trump's advisors try to get him off Twitter, others are encouraging him to keep using it, even in situations like the North Korea crisis where it could make things worse. Assistant to the president, Sebastian Gorka, for example, was asked on Fox News how the U.S. could get China to help with North Korea. Would they use trade policy as leverage? Or maybe a vote at the United Nations or some behind-the-scenes diplomacy? Gorka had a slightly different suggestion.
What card left do you have to get China to act?
We have, the president's Twitter feed.
But the Twitter strategy does not seem to be working on China so far. After Trump complained in a series of tweets about China's unwillingness to stop North Korea's weapons program, China responded by calling the tweets, quote, emotional venting. China now treats our president the way parents treat a 16-year-old who won't come down for Thanksgiving dinner. I'm sorry Devin isn't here. He's doing some emotional venting. Don't make excuses for him, Karen. This is all because you're so hard on him. Oh, now it's all my fault. I can hear you down there, and it's hurting my feelings. Can somebody pass the mashed potatoes? In fact, I'm not sure I'd trust Trump's ability to make decisions about international affairs via tweet just in general. According to the Washington Post, his advisors recently tried briefing him on the war in Afghanistan, but even a single page of bullet points on the country seemed to tax the president's attention span on the subject. One Trump confidant said, I call the president the 2-minute man. The president has patience for a half page. A half page. So basically, they have to brief him via limerick. North Korea has matter that's fissile. It looks like they're making a missile. Not to be crude, we are so screwed unless we can get your dismissal. You know what? There is one thing Trump is right about. We're facing a serious threat from North Korea, which is why it's crucial not to discuss classified information in public. Trump has repeatedly railed against leaks of classified information, and on Tuesday, when UN Ambassador Nikki Haley was asked about a Fox News report based on anonymous sources that contain classified information about the North Korea situation, she got Trump's message loud and clear and refused to comment.
On the front page of FoxNews.com right now, there is a story that apparently the intel community has picked up. Anti-ship cruise missiles were being loaded onto a patrol boat or patrol boats in North Korea. What can you tell us about that?
I can't.
Why?
I can't talk about anything that's classified, and if that's in the newspaper, that's a shame. It's incredibly dangerous when things get out into the press like that. You're not only just getting a scoop on something, you're playing with people's lives,
Yes.
and this has got to stop.
See, there you go. Straight from the ambassador herself. People have got to stop spreading these anonymous leaks about classified information. It's a shame. It endangers national security. End of story. No one should be... Wait, what does that sound? Is someone tweeting something on an iPhone? Oh, no.
President Trump this morning retweeted a Fox News story about U.S. spy satellites that they say detected North Korean anti-ship cruise missiles.
Look, my tweet's on TV. It started here, and then it was in my thumbs, and now it's on TV. We have basically elected one of those guys who waves their arms behind local newscasters on the street. Dude! Dude, I'm on TV! This has been a closer look.